Om Shanti, Morning Murli, 13th June. Sweet letter of Bap Dada for sweet children. Essence, sweet children, this school is for becoming Narayan from an ordinary man. The one who is teaching you is the true Father, the true teacher, and the true Satguru himself. Sweet children, this school is for becoming Narayan from an ordinary man. The one who is teaching you is the true Father, the true teacher, and the true Satguru himself. Your faith in this has to remain firm. Question: what should you children never have the slightest worry about and why? What should you children never have the slightest worry about and why? Answer: if while following this path, someone has heart failure and leaves his body, you should not worry. You should not worry. Why? Because you know that each one has to perform his own act. You should be happy because you know that the soul has taken the sanskars of knowledge and yoga with him, and so he will now serve Bharat even better. There is no question of worrying. It was destined in the drama. You are the mother and you are the father. Om Shanti. The father explains to you children. You children know that the father calls you children and Bap Dada are combined. First is Bap Dada and then come the children. This becomes the new creation. The father is teaching Raj Yoga. He is teaching us Raj Yoga exactly as he did 5,000 years ago. Later on the path of devotion, they make a book based on this and call it the Gita. However, at this time, it is not a question of the Gita. They made that scripture later on and called it the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the scripture of easy Raj Yoga. There cannot be any benefit in reading the scriptures of the path of devotion, nor can you receive the inheritance just by remembering Shiv Baba. The inheritance can only be claimed now at the confluence age. The Father is the one who gives the unlimited inheritance, and He would only give it at the confluence age. The Father teaches Raj Yoga. There is a difference of day and night between what the one teaches and what the Sikhs and holy men, etc. teach. They have the Gita in their intellects. They believe that Krishna spoke the Gita and Vyas wrote it down. However, Krishna did not speak the Gita, for it was not his time, and so the form of Krishna could not exist then. The Father explains and makes everything clear. He says, now judge for yourself. His name is famous. Only the one who tells the truth can change an ordinary human into Narayan. You children know we are sitting in this school and sacrificial fire of the knowledge of Rudra in order to change from an ordinary human into Narayan. The name Shiv Baba is good. The name Shiv Baba is good. There is definitely both the Father and Dada. You have come here with this faith. The Father explains the essence of all the Vedas and scriptures through Brahma, and also says, I am making you Trikaldarshi, knowers of the three aspects of time. It is not that you become Trilokinath. It is not that you become Trilokinath, master of the three words. No, you only become masters of the home of Shiva, and that is not called the word. This word is only place where humans reside, and this is the human word, the living word, whereas that is the incorporeal word. You are just given the knowledge of the three words, but he does not make you the masters of the three words. You have received the knowledge of the three words, and this is why you are called Trikal Darshi. Mana seers of three words. Even Lakshmi and Narayan cannot be called the masters of the three words. Vishnu cannot be called the masters of the three words, either because he does not even have the knowledge of the three words. Lakshmi and Narayan, who are Radhe and Krishna in their childhood, don't have the knowledge of the three words. You have to become Trikaldarshi and take knowledge. They say Krishna was the master of the three words, but that was not so. The master of the three words would be one who rules the three words. He only becomes the master of Vaikunt, heaven. The golden age is called Vaikunt. The silver age cannot be called Vaikunt. I, Shiv Baba, cannot become the master of this world. Shiv Baba is only the master of Brahma, the supreme element. He is only the master of the Brahmand, where we souls stay in oval forms. Brahma, Vishnu and Shankar reside in the subtle region, and so you should call them the masters of that place, whereas you become the masters of Vaikunt. Means one is a matter of the subtle region and other is a matter of incorporeal world. Only you are able to become Trikaldarshi. Your third eyes are open. They show a third eye in the center of the forehead. This is why they say Trinetri, means one with three eyes. They show the deities with this symbol, but it is when you become Karmatit that you become those with three eyes. That refers to this time. The deities don't blow the conch shell of knowledge. They have shown a physical conch shell symbolizes the mouth. You blow the conch of knowledge through it. You are studying knowledge just as they study knowledge in a big university. This is the godfatherly university of the purifier. You are students of such a big university, and together with that you also know our Baba is our father, our teacher and our Satguru too. He is everything. The mother and father give you happiness in every situation. This is why it is said you are the mother and you are the father. That one is the saccharine. That one is the saccharine, means very, very sweet. There cannot be anyone as sweet as the deities. You children know that Bharat was very happy, ever healthy and ever wealthy. It was completely pure. It is also said viceless Bharat. However, you cannot say this anymore. You would now say it is vicious and impure. The father explains and makes everything so simple. You know, the father and the inheritance. Baba makes you so sweet. Baba makes you so sweet. You also feel you have to study and teach others according to Shrimat. This is your only business, because apart from this there is a lot of suffering for the actions of your many births. If someone falls ill and his heart failure the next day, then just consider it to be destined in the drama. Maybe the soul has to play a different part now, so there is no question of sorrow. The drama is fixed. He has to play another part. What is there to worry about? He will serve Bharat even better because he has taken such sanskars of bringing benefit to others. So you should be happy. It is explained that even if your mother dies, you should eat halwa. A great deal of understanding is needed in this. You know, we are actors. Each one has to act in his own way. This is fixed in the drama. You have to leave one body and play another part. Whatever sanskars you take from here, you will serve there in an incognito way. The sanskars remain in souls. Respect is given to important, serviceable children. Respect is given to important, serviceable children. Only you children are those who do service and bring benefit to Bharat. All the rest continue to cause a loss. They make Bharat impure. For instance, when a first class sannyasi is about to leave his body, he would just sit down in the belief that he will leave his body and merge into the Brahma element. In that case, he would not be able to bring benefit to anyone because he is not a child of the benefactor father. You are children of the benefactor, so you don't cause a loss for anyone. You would depart for the sake of bringing benefit. This is an impure word. The Father has issued an ordinance. The Father has issued an ordinance. We don't need this creation that has been created by indulgence in vice. It is tamo pradhan. For half a cycle, you have been causing each other sorrow by using the sword of lust. It is the 5 evil spirits of Ravan that cause you sorrow. So these are your greatest enemies. These are your greatest enemies. There was not a place such as Golden Lanka, etc. They have just made up those stories. The Father says this is a matter of the unlimited. The entire human world is at the moment bound by the chains of Ravan. They have shown a good picture in the magazine. Everyone is in the cage of Ravan. Everyone is in the cottage of sorrow. There is no cottage free from sorrow. There is no Ashoka hotel. Ashoka means free from sorrow. So there is no Ashoka hotel. All are hotels of sorrow. They perform such dirty actions. You children know who are clean and who are dirty. You are now becoming flowers. You children understand how long the part is that is recorded in this soul. These are very wonderful points. This teeny soul is filled with an imperishable part of 84 births. They also say we are impure and tamo pradhan. It is now the end. There is bloodshed without cause. So many die through one bomb. You know this is the old word and it will not remain. This is an old word and these are old bodies, and we now have to go to the new word and take new bodies. This is why we are making effort on the basis of Shrimat. Definitely, all of these children are his helpers. By following the Shrimat of Shri, we are becoming Shri Lakshmi and Shri Narayan. You would not call a vice president a president. That is not possible. How could God incarnate in pebbles and stones? It is remembered that he said at the time of extreme irreligiousness, I come. I have to come at the end of the Iron Age when you have become completely impure. You children now have to remember me, your father. Baba asks, are you able to remember Baba? You reply, Baba, we forget you again and again. We forget you again and again. Why? Why? You never forget your worldly father. However, this is a completely new concept. The Father is incorporeal, adored. You have not developed this practice yet. They say we have never heard of this before and we did not remember him in that way. Even the deities don't have this knowledge because it disappears completely. They cannot be called the spinners of the discus of civilization either, although it is said that the dual form of Vishnu becomes Lakshmi and Narayan. To symbolize a family life, they show two forms, Brahma and Saraswati, Shankar and Parvati, Lakshmi and Narayan. Only the one is the highest on high. Then there are the second and the third. The father now says, children, forget your bodies and all the bodily religions and consider yourselves to be souls. I, a soul, am a child of the Father. I am not a sannyasi. Remember the Father and forget the religion of the bodies. Remember the Father and forget the religions of the body. It is very easy. We are now sitting with the Father. Baba sits there and explains through Brahma. Bap and Dada are combined. Just as they show twins being born together, so this is also the part of two together. It has been explained to you, children. Your final thoughts will lead you to your destination. If at the moment of death your intellect wanders somewhere, you will have to take birth there. If at the moment of death you see the face of your husband, your intellect goes there. Whatever is in your consciousness during your final moments has a great influence. If at that moment they have the awareness that they want to become a child like Krishna, then don't even ask. They would then take birth as a very beautiful child. Now you only have to keep one intoxication for final moments. What are you doing at this moment? You know, you are remembering Shiv Baba. Everyone has visions. The ones with the peacock feather crowns are Radhe and Krishna, for there will be prince and princess. But when? In the golden age or in the silver age? This depends on your efforts. You will receive a high status depending on how much effort you make. You say we will claim a kingdom for 21 births. If Mama and Baba claim it, why should we not follow them? You have to imbibe knowledge yourself and then enable others to imbibe it. You have to do this much service and you will then be able to claim a reward for 21 births. Those who don't make effort well in school claim fewer marks. You gain victory over Maya, the 5 vices. Your war is non-violent. If they did not show Rama with his symbol, how could you differentiate between those of the Sun dynasty and those of the Moon dynasty? The Father says, to whatever extent you make effort, so your final thoughts will lead you to your destination. You should never even have any thought about your body. You have to forget everything. You have to forget everything. The Father says, you came bodiless and you have to return bodiless. You came bodiless and you have to return bodiless. You are such a teeny dot, listening through those ears and speaking through the mouth. I, the soul, leave one body and enter another. Now we souls are to go back home. Baba decorates us so well that we become deities from human beings. You know that by remembering Shiv Baba, we become like them. It is also mentioned in the Gita, remember me and the inheritance, and you will become the masters of heaven. This is absolutely easy. You also understand truly we claim the inheritance from you through Brahma, cycle after cycle. It is also sung, establishment of the deity religion took place through Brahma. By failing, you go into the silver age, the warrior religion. Through Brahma, there is establishment of 3 religions, the Brahman, the deity and the warrior. In the golden age, there is no other religion. The rest come later on, and so we don't have any connection with them. So we don't have any connection with them. The people of Bharat have forgotten they belong to the original eternal deity religion. But that too is part of the drama and it has been created in that way. Acha, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost, and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Bap Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children, and we spiritual children says Namaste, good morning to our sweetest spiritual father. Essence for dharana: first, you have to do the business of studying and teaching others on the basis of Shrimat. Remain firm on the destiny of the drama. Don't worry about anything. At the end, no one but the Father has to be remembered. At the end, no one but the Father has to be remembered. Therefore, practice forgetting even the body. You have to become bodiless. Today's blessing: feel Baba's hand on your head and take a blessing. May you become a complete Vaishnav and a successful tapasvi who does not touch anything bad with your mind or intellect. May you become a complete Vaishnav and a successful tapasvi who does not touch anything bad with your mind or intellect. Those with the personality and royalty of purity cannot touch anything bad with their minds or intellects. Those with the personality and royalty of purity cannot touch anything bad with their minds or intellects, just as in Brahman life, any physical attraction or physically touching is impurity. In the same way, allowing your mind or intellect to be attracted or touched by any vice, even in thoughts, is impurity. So don't touch anything bad even with your thoughts. Don't touch anything bad even with your thoughts. This indicates a complete Vaishnav and a successful tapasvi. Slogan: finish the problems of the mind and make your present and future bright. Finish the problems of the mind and make your present and future bright. Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba.